Hello, ancient soul. I'm here for another reading for you today. So just feel free to take in a deep breath and connect with that inner source of yours so you can know what parts of this reading may be for you. Now, this is going to be for all signs. It's for all of those ancient souls out there. So just take what resonates with you. If you would like a personal reading, a one-on-one personal session with me, Akashic Records, or to join our online mystery school, feel free to check out the box below. It has the Patreon and our website, 144bluerosetemple.com. And just as always, thank you for being here today. If my energy or my readings resonate with you, feel free to subscribe, go click on that notification bell, and go like that like button so you can know when the next reading does come out, and so I can connect more with your energy in the readings. Now, really what I keep seeing is a person. There is like a red thread between you and them. As soon as I say red thread, what I also heard was you've tried cutting the cord with this person. The reason why the cord doesn't cut is because you both are connected by the red thread. Now, the red thread, kind of similar to twin flame, 111 as I say that, but not necessarily, where you could be connected to someone by the red thread. Confirmation, completion, reunion, return, homeward traveler. Someone's returning home to you, all right? And this is from another lifetime, but heavy on the, this is not someone that you can cut the cord with. This is someone that you are connected to by the red thread. All right, Divine Mother and Father, Holy Spirit of God, for the ancient souls today, who is this person that they are connected to by the red thread? Someone that you mirror. 144 as I say that. Sorry with the pointing. I'm just like, a 144 though as I say that, all right? And we had the Akashic Records card. You and this person, no matter how, it's manifested, maybe there have been some, karmic things. You guys are connected by the red thread. And very strongly, that this actually may resonate with most of you, not even some of you. You tried cutting the cord, it doesn't work. The reason why cutting the cord with this person does not work is they're the red thread. Other lives, past lives, dimensional lives. All right, Spirit is saying, yes, that is the red thread. And we understand that the red thread connects through every lifetime, where this is like someone that you're contracted to come across, to meet, or to be in union with. Why do we have the mirror for this reading of the ancient souls and someone that they're connected to by the red thread? Heavy on the, you both come into each other's lives each and every lifetime to mirror one another. Who is the ancient soul connected to by the red thread? Why past lives here? Why past lives? Some of you, now serpent snakes could maybe connect you. For some of you, it's a healer. And we do have door to personal healing and happiness. Now it says door to romance here. We do have high priest or priestess. Some of you have, now it's could be a healer. It could be that you both are just ancient and you come in and heal one another. Where you may not be high priest or priestess in this lifetime. You may not be a medicine man, or I'm seeing both here. Okay, so both of these, medicine man or woman and high priest or priestess. We do have some tribal energy. We have Native American here. You both come into each other's lives to help one another ascend. You both have the perfect codes, which is why you're connected by the red thread. All right. In some lifetimes you have been in union. In some lifetimes you haven't. What I'm also feeling is you've been, for some of you, almost everything with this person. Where it's like brother, sister, mother, father, cousin, enemy, lover, things like that. But in each and every lifetime, this person comes in, or you come into their life, and you both heal one another. All right, you both are assigned on a soul level here. All right, for the ancient souls, for the mirror, Native American, medicine man, woman, health. Why do we have the mirror here? The divine director, Commander Ashtar, call to action, take charge. All right, and then we do have intervention. We have purpose here. Wow, Dharma, 444 as I say that. This person comes into your life, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think, this feels very twin flamey. I'm not trying to make this a twin flame reading it. And now the red thread is not always twin flame, though. I will say that too. This person, though, comes in to connect you to your soul destiny. This person, their energy is even disruptive. Not in a bad way. It is divine disruption, intervention, and purpose, the divine director and the call to action. Every lifetime, when your soul and this person's soul comes across one another, when your codes come and they lock with the other codes, it aligns you both to soul destiny and purpose. However, with that, I do see that this perhaps is light and shadow, where you do mirror one another in all of those different ways, but only because you do come across one another for alignment, your highest alignment. For the ancient souls, why do we have Commander Ashtar, call to action, the divine director, the mirror? Why do we have the mirror, call to action, intervention, solar plexus, this person and you, victory? Come into each other's lives. Heavy on the, it is both light and shadow, though, which, for some of you, maybe this is your twin flame. It doesn't have to be, though, because the red thread isn't just twin flame. This, look at that action. This person here, you both come in and it's like a divine explosion. It's not a bad thing. And some of you, that's why you tried cutting the cords with this person. It's like, this karma, this learning, this shadow, the pain and the light and all of it, they're meant to. You are also meant to do this for them. We have the third chakra, solar plexus. That's your chakra of the I am, right? Of God's will, of your path, purpose, your power. Door to personal healing and happiness. This person, when they come into your life, they do open doors for you, but it's in ways like beyond the ego, which is probably why this person's also like very higher level soulmate. And it is why it's both light and shadow. So I have a lot of twin flame energy here, but it doesn't have to be at all. Why do we have the mirror, call to action, and intervention? Avalon priestess, magic over here, right? Third eye. This opens you, this person rather, when you both come across one another, and some of you have cut the cord because you thought it was karmic. You're like, oh, I'm not going through that again. I am cutting the cord. You could cut the cord with this person. This person's connected by the red thread, eternal over here. All right? But it always aligns you in every lifetime to your soul destiny, to your soul purpose. All right, let's get just a few more cards. For the ancient souls, for the mirror, call to action, intervention, Ganesha. We do have runes over here. Someone that uses runes. Why are they facing karma and runes? Something is in your DNA. All right, we have truth revealed over here. Now, we have they're facing karma and runes. Whenever I see Krishna, I always think of your devotion is recognized. There's another card that says your devotion is recognized, Krishna. We also have trusting heaven, Archangel Michael, you are safe, angels are close. Why do we have they're facing karma and runes? Why do we have they're facing karma and runes? Why Hermit card in reverse over here? They got their karma through like someone else, it almost feels like. Now this could have been a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Why Three of Cups with the Tower card over here? It's like somebody else hurt them because of what they did to you. There's something that's in your DNA. Now, we do have, they're facing karma runes. Yeah, what I'm seeing here is like whoever, and why are they facing karma? Why is this King of Swords here for the collective? For the ancient souls, why is this person facing karma? You have Two of Pentacles over here, balance, Six of Swords. Why Two of Pentacles with the Six of Swords for they're facing karma? The Moon card. Yeah, and then Five of Pentacles. This person didn't quite see you. All right, so let's dive just deeper into, we do have Ace of Wands over here. This person maybe took you the wrong way, did not quite see you. Maybe runes were involved, maybe they weren't. I do have chills as I say that. All right, so for some of you, maybe runes or even symbols like were involved in some way, shape, or form. All right, now let's see what this is. For the collective, for the ancient souls, why do we have call to action, the divine director, the mirror, solar plexus, door to personal healing and happiness? For the ancient souls, this person connected by the red thread. Who is this person connected by the red thread? Heavy on the, you have tried cutting this cord so many times, and that is why this reading is coming out. All right, now we do have judgment over here. Why the devil card for this person that is connected by the red thread? Why the devil card? You may even feel haunted by this person. Why the Ace of Swords for this person connected by the red thread? Why the Ace of Swords? Now, this reading is coming out for a reason. This reading is for someone who has cut the cord multiple times and cannot figure it out. Now, I will say, just because someone is connected by the red thread, if anything, that may mean that they're really not connected to you. You know, the red thread, again, it can't be necessarily cut, but by that, there's no separation. Where you do come across each other every single lifetime, or even twin flame. Even if someone resonates with this reading as a twin flame, you don't have to be in union with your twin flame. That does not mean that you did not reach divinity. You know, where that's like just one piece of the puzzle. Why the Knight of Swords here for the ancient souls on this red thread? Why the Knight of Swords for this red thread? Why the Knight of Swords for this red thread? Why the Page of Swords and the Three of Swords for this red thread? You know, what I am seeing with this person, very scorpionic energy. We did have a King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So it could be a Capricorn with the Devil card here. And then we have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio here with all like the cups. It feels like Spirit is saying, yes, this is truth, that they are connected to the red thread. Knight of Pentacles over here on the bottom of the deck. That could be why they felt like the Devil card. It's interesting that this reading is kind of saying, you can't cut this cord, but there is, like your twin flame, right? At least from what I've heard of people who are not in union with their twin flame, you know, where it's like maybe always kind of there, but eventually like, you know, it's like a little fly, right? That like you'll just feel. But this is someone that you do come across in every lifetime. All right, we do have the Devil card here. And it feels like this. It feels like you cannot get out of this union with this person. All right, we have the Nine of Swords, the Ace of Cups over here, where it's just like, how do I cut the cord? How do I stop this? You know, where honestly, like this is for those of you that you've cut the cord and is still haunting you till this day kind of thing. It's a very deep soul connection. For some of you, it truly, truly is the red thread. Now, interesting, Two of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles here. For some of you, maybe you'll finally get it in this lifetime. Maybe, with the Two of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles over here. I'm thinking of that Pisces reading from a few weeks ago, or last week I think it was, of yes and maybe. Now, why the Two of Swords with the Seven of Pentacles here for this Ace of Swords? It will get better. It will. Six of Wands, success, victory. It's going to get better. It feels like this is the reading for this person, which I believe that the Seven of Pentacles actually fell out before the Two of Swords. But let's see. You know, in general, though, what I am seeing is it's going to get better. It feels like, though, it's with this person. Or more of not even with this person. It's like, what do I do to get rid of this energy? You've done everything you could think of. 144 as I say that. This is not a cord you could... And I will say there's multiple cords sometimes, especially if there's a deep soul connection. So yes, you can cut the cord more than once and it still may cut new cords. or just one cord cutting may not necessarily cut, especially like a deep soul connection. Knight of Pentacles, the Sun card. This is someone that you may have or will cut the cord many times, and you may feel them very energetically. However, you know, what's coming through over here is you're meant to move on from this, and you will find joy and happiness. Now, why the Ten of Cups here for the ancient souls? Let's see what this was. Three of Cups here. Why the Ten of Cups here for the ancient souls? It's interesting. Ten of Cups. Now, this, though it feels like, has changed your life completely. Why Five of Wands with the Six of Wands here? Why Five of Wands with the Six of Wands? And then why the Seven of Swords? King of Swords. Someone, this is very interesting. Oh, for some of you who, it almost feels like in the future, right? Like, or maybe right now, you're in a marriage, another relationship. Just because you're with, you know, you have a twin flame does not mean that, you know, and maybe like say it's like not your wife, right? Not your husband, not who you're with. And, or like, again, maybe for some of you, you have had a twin flame in the past, like moving on, things like that. That energy is like, it does feel like there's something there. This reading is interesting. You are connected to someone by like the red thread here. I do see that, you know, it's a strong soul connection, which is also why it almost kind of feels haunting. Like Haunted by Beyonce, it feels haunting here. It does get better. However, then things come up again here. And it doesn't feel like it's with this person. It's with someone else. Some of you may resonate as like a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, may be with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Now, why do we have the Death card here? The Emperor, Three of Wands, Eight of Swords over here. This reading is very interesting. And then the Lovers, there we go. Now, ancient soul, you're trying to cut cords, it feels like of someone else. However, for some of you, what I'm seeing is like some sort of lingering energy. And here goes the advice. You will meet in this lifetime. You could go to the cashier, and that could be like your twin flame. You could go to the cashier, and that could be like a past life lover, twin flame, this and that. You can meet so many unrequited loves, past lives, soulmates. And I feel like this is something very valid that's not often talked about in tarot. Just because, like, say you meet an unrequited love or whatever, you don't leave everything that you have. Where there's also like being, I know someone who gave me this, this story of a woman that she knew that was like, oh my gosh, that's my twin flame. I'm going to leave my entire family. And like, there was kids involved. I'm leaving my entire family. I'm leaving everything behind to go see my twin flame and to go start a new life. And it just was very karmic, very karmic. I always recommend to people, I don't know anything, I know nothing at all whatsoever. One thing I've kind of studied is soul contracts. You know, of closing out things before you jump into other things. There is a little bit of a warning here of like, if you are in a relationship, if you are in this or that, like, don't, just because you have a cord with someone, don't, like, be realistic. Be grounded and rooted of like, oh my gosh, wow, that's my soulmate or this or that. No, You know, if you are married, if you are in a relationship or this or that, be grounded and rooted in reality. Queen of Pentacles over here, that you don't leave everything behind. Now, this could be someone else as well, but this almost feels like a love triangle of someone who's in a relationship and then there's a twin flame. Why this? King of Swords. Why this King of Swords here? Heavy on the Aquarius energy. We do have Page of Cups over here. Now, what it is showing as it... Whoa. I've never been stumbled on a kind of like a love reading like this before. Why the Star card with the Page of Cups? The Moon card. Six of Swords. This feels like almost a random, sudden, like red thread. But that was a lot to clear out. All right. And I will say, I'm hoping that maybe whoever I'm reading to, that like you don't jump the gun and do those like kind of things. Yeah. Now, how is this Devil card connection? How is this Devil card connection affecting this Ten of Cups? How is this Devil card connection affecting this Ten of Cups? Now for some of you actually, or again, it was like someone else left someone to go to like a soul connection or twin flame. Now, you know, perhaps that could be you, right? Where you were dating someone and they all of a sudden leave out of nowhere. They're getting karma for that, all right? Where it's like there's just something here of things being leaked over. Why the Eight of Cups? Why the Eight of Cups over here? Why the Eight of Cups for how the Devil card connects to this Ten of Cups? Yeah, things are going to come to a balance over here. But I will, this is the type of reading where either you are or like you were in a relationship with someone and they met a twin flame. Anytime that one contract is not fully closed and you step into another one, there can be karma involved. Where it's like the type of thing where, you know, like say someone, not that it's like always this way, but like say someone is in the middle of a divorce, you know, and you meet them like say like at the beginning of it, or like even before they file papers kind of thing. Like you don't know, right? They have a lot of things they have to clear out with that person. And so for some of you, what I see is like a really big clearing here. And it almost feels like a love triangle that turned into a lot of confusion. And I will say that I've seen this happen before. 333 as I look at the clock, where like I have seen people like that one example too, where no, that's my twin flame. I am going to leave, you know, the marriage, everything that I've created for this, like all of a sudden soul remembrance. You know, it's also about being grounded and rooted, I think, in reality. And that's what it feels like happened here. There was a sudden whatever, a sudden leaving. All right. Now, why truth revealed for this reading? Why truth revealed? You're stepping into a brand new cycle over here. Why the World card with the Seven of Cups here? You are in a brand beautiful new cycle. Truth revealed is actually that you're doing well. We have the Seven of Cups here with the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, there's a lot of abundance that surrounds you at this time with the Seven of Cups. The World card in a brand new cycle. You have a lot of opportunities surrounding you too. Now, I almost like want to say, wait a second. Where is the collective's energy in this reading? Where is the collective? So we have the Tower card. So we just had come out over here. The Ten of Wands, the Tower card, the Six of Cups, Nine of Wands, to keep going. there's something here about not expecting this, where it feels like all of a sudden, like some sort of connection comes in and it ends up being a whole lot to like release. But the Tower card, where this was all of a sudden. Why this Ten of Wands here for the collective? Why this Ten of Wands here? Yeah, we have the Sun card, Death card. It could have been with that Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Death card, Scorpio. We have the Sun card, Leo. You had to revisit this. King of Swords over here. For some of you, it could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You know, say this is the Red Thread Collective. If you're already with someone, you know, or this or that, no, you're not meant to be like, you know, with the twin flame or this or that. And that's like in a happy connection. You know, like if you are happy, healthy, balanced, peaceful, harmonious in your connection, no. You know, like, no, don't leave that person for this twin flame that you just met kind of thing. However, I do, again, Red Thread, it's meant to happen. This did change your life in a good way, but it was a lot of shadow. Again, if this, say, is your twin flames are still shadow. I have chills all over as I'm saying that. Twin flames are still shadow. You had to clear out so much shadow through this situation. But it did lead to some sort of ultimate happiness. Why the Hermit card over here for the collective's energy? And why the Eight of Wands? Yeah, there's a shift in perspective over here. All right, we have the Hermit card. We have the Hangman. And the Ten of Swords. All right, this ended up leading, it feels like almost like a whole spiritual. I mean, whenever you meet your twin flame, right? However, this is a little bit interesting. I would say it's maybe harder to meet your twin flame if, say, you're in a marriage. Wheel of Fortune, where the wheel is turning for you. Why do I say it's harder? You know, if you're, say, not in a relationship, you explore it, whatever, twin flame, like this is a whole lot of awakening, but it's not even like you're with the person. It's not like you were ever with the person. It's not like you're even talking to the person. Ten of Swords, Hangman, the Hermit card. This led to such a big spiritual awakening, such big spiritual enlightenment. And twin flame is love and sometimes pain, right? I want to dive deeper into this Ten of Swords here. Why the Ten of Swords? It was meant to. Although, it's interesting. I've never read a reading where it's like, you know, you have a twin flame coming in and you're going to have nothing to do with them. It still led to healing. You did get that card, door to personal happiness and healing. Four of Swords, the Sun card. Now, this really feels twin flamey. It doesn't have to be. This could really just be a red thread. But it's so interesting here where it feels like it was almost worse. 333 as I say that. You know, where again, if you have all of this going on, there's, you know, like a twin flame, you know, you think of like the way we talk about twin flames in tarot. You have a conversation or this or that. No, like this was a whole lot here. I've never done a reading like this before. All right, I'm going to put these cards back. And so, again, like even if you didn't unite with this person, just simply, like this was some sort of perhaps twin flame activation. It doesn't have to be, again, the red thread though. I'm saying twin flame, not from a romantic perspective, from like higher level, right? God, goddess energy. You were meant to have that activation, but it definitely is not like the normal story that you would talk about like in the tarot kind of thing of twin flame. Now, what's the advice? What is the advice for the ancient souls when it comes to this red thread? For this red thread, what is the advice? For this red thread, what is the advice? Why Page of Wands for advice for the red thread? Why Two of Wands? Why Two of Coins, rather, for advice for this reading on the red thread? And why the Moon card for advice? You know, I've never done a reading like this before. And I know sometimes like I've never done a reading like this. And if I ever do say that, I really haven't. But this is another one. I've never done a reading like this. This needed to happen. There needed to be past life balance. 2 of Coins, 10 of Wands. It needed to happen to bring balance. 10 of Wands, you had to release it. I will say this is not like that normal twin flame kind of story. We have the Moon card, the 6 of Wands. How do you get into your success, your victory? Again, this twin flame energy, you are not going to be in union with them. You're not, but it needed to happen for your future and your success. The Moon card, the 6 of Wands here. The healing with this connection, the mirror. The healing that had to happen with the mirror. It had to. Moon card. You didn't quite know it does lead to this. However, I will say there's a whole lot of shadow when it comes to meeting this person. And for some of you, where this is like the kind of story that you don't want to be with your twin flame. Like you're not seeing it as a romantic. You're just like, this is haunting. What is happening? It's the red thread. And that's why it's been so hard for you to cut the cord with this person. Now I'm going to grab some final messages. What are some final messages and advice for the collective? Divine Order, Mary Magdalene, Teacher Awakens. Confirmation, though, of like that Magdalene, Yeshua, or twin flame energy, that higher, right? Could be higher level soulmate. It says, do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. If you are in a relationship and it is happy and healthy and balanced and peaceful, confirmation, honk, and you meet a twin flame, that person is not for you to leave and to like, oh, that's the person that God wants for me. It is very karmic to do that to like your wife or your husband, you know, and etc. So do what you feel is right. And by that, I do feel like it means that, I mean, you know, like say you closed out a relationship with someone. Say you met a twin flame, and I've seen this happen before too, where someone meets someone, they're in a relationship, and say 10 years later, that person and the twin flame reconnect, and that person's not with that person anymore. That is different. However, do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding here. All right, divine order. And so just keep that in mind with this situation. It feels like with whatever this is, whoever you cannot cut the cord with, do what you feel is right. The Teacher Awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call and don't let anything stop you. All right, now Mary Magdalene can resonate with you. It does say the Teacher Awakens, so I do feel like Spirit is saying, do what you feel is right, but these situations, put that on the scales and weigh it out, you know. Again, if you've already closed things out, if things are not good and you leave that completely and then you go to a twin flame that's different, if things are very happy in your relationship and you meet a twin flame, that was just a mirror reflection. But do what you feel is right. All right, I'm going to grab a few final messages. What are final messages for this reading? The wheel turns in your favor. You have a secret admirer. A sudden shift, unlimited abundance, Egypt. So Egypt can resonate with you. And I don't know why I'm hearing fertility rituals, and I'm seeing like Hathor. So Hathor can resonate with you. I'm seeing the pomegranate as well. So the pomegranate can also resonate with you. Egypt can resonate with you. The wheel is turning in your favor, all right? And you do have a sudden shift. So maybe for some of you that feel like no matter how much I cut the cord, this does not like go away. Heavy on this is for someone that you're not seeking, you weren't seeking this out. It almost feels like a divine mistake that you came across this person. But the wheel is turning in your favor, all right? So that's what I have for you. I do hope that it resonates in a positive way, and I'm sending you all so much love and so many blessings to your day.